What's up, peoples? It's Gendo here, and welcome back to the Basque Boys. As always, if you're still enjoying the series, please do go and drop it a like. Now, today, we're going to be taking on Dynamo Kiev in our first Champions League group stage match, who we've taken on before in the past. I completely forgot that we have, in fact, faced off against this team once or twice before. And then we're also going to get into Rayo Vallecano in the league. But before we get to that, let's get into how we have fared against Dynamo Kiev in our series. And I mean, I did have to check the history to make sure that I did in fact play off against them, but it just dawned on me, yes, I did face off against them in the first knockout round of the Europa League way back in the first season. We didn't get past them though, losing 3-1 on aggregate, but a few years later we got them in our Champions League group where we were able to 4-point against them, a 5-0 victory against them away from home, and then at home, 0-0 draw, got a red card, you know, the typical stuff that we usually get when we're playing our team. Alright, so let's snap out of history and back into reality, and taking a look at how we fared in the league, we have gotten a full complement of 9 points out of 9, including a very nice, very comfortable, almost I should say dominant win versus Barcelona. 1-0, yes, but we had more possession, more shots, all the shots on target, as Barcelona just failed to find any shot to hit the net. Villalibre getting the goal in the 52nd minute. Suarez and Neymar really didn't do much of anything up front with Leroy Sané, and Messi didn't even come into this match. He didn't start, he didn't make a substitute appearance, he was sitting there on the bench just cheering the team on and hoping that Barcelona would come away with a win or at least a draw. But the 36-year-old Messi losing a lot of his pace and a lot of his physicality. I mean, obviously his technical and his attacking stats are still there, but there's obviously younger and faster options that are definitely going to overshadow Messi over the next couple of seasons. As you can see, I probably don't think he'll last after next season. I probably think that next season will be his last. And in our other league match, we took on Villarreal, once again coming away with a 1-0 victory. And much like with Barcelona, Villarreal didn't get a single shot on target. Good for Atangana. He didn't have a lot of work to do on the back line, but Villarreal were a little bit more aggressive than us on the day, had more shots than us, and feasibly could have tied it up if not won it at any point in time. We only had 2 shots on target on our end. That's not good, but fortunately, one going into the back of the net, the Iñaki Williams goal, to see ourselves with the victory. I feel early on in the season, we don't have a set identity. I mean, we still have Iñaki Garcia, Lorenzo Gallegos trying to integrate into the squad, and I just don't feel like we have a very stable identity at the back just yet. But I feel as the season goes on, we can establish that identity, become a strong team, and become one of those teams that will make a push to win the La Liga title this year. Right, so the first match versus Dynamo Kiev is going to be away from home, and statistically, we have actually done a lot better away from home versus Dynamo Kiev than at the San Mamés. Hopefully, we can continue to live up to that here today. They're going to be coming out of 4-4-1-1 with 2 defensive mids. We're going to punch them in the mouth early on. We're going with the 4-2-3-1 attacking, and this is how we're going to line up. Kepa is going to be in his first match back off of his injury, because it's Kepa. He's my best goalkeeper right now. Leque, San Jose, Laporte, and Azpilicueta ahead of him. In the middle of the park, we're going to have Herrera and Marino out ahead of him in the attacking mid spots. Xavi, Inchalsti, and Iñaki Williams. And of course, sitting up top, it's Mr. Free Village, Asier Villalibre. Hopefully, we can get some goals early, like I said, to just punch them in the mouth and kill their spirit so we can come away with a win. No doubt about that. So let's go kick off, and let's go see what happens. And if you are wondering why Muniain isn't starting, he did pick up a little bit of an injury a couple matches ago, right after the Barcelona match, so he's still recovering, kinda, so I don't want to. 20 seconds. I was just going over the roster, and I was not paying attention to the game whatsoever. Dynamo Kiev doing what we should have done to them, and punched them in the mouth. They came out 20 seconds in, directly from the kickoff, right past the goalkeeper. Right through my defense, as easy as that. Okay, boys. I mean, is it because I'm wearing a blue shirt? Because the only reason why I'm wearing a blue shirt is because, 1, it's clean, and 2, it contrasts against the green screen. But, come on. Come on, boys. It's not like I'm saying I want Dynamo Kiev to win. Please, do something better. 23 minutes on, great dispossessed by Marino, gets it out to Shabby on the wings, but he's cutting inside. Not what I want to do, not what I want him to do, but he lays it off. What a layoff to Inchausti to Williams, gets it past the goalkeeper, and he equalizes for his second goal of the season. 1-1 is the score. Let's take a look at that again on the replay. It was some decent passing to get it through that Dynamo Kiev back line. Williams releasing from his marker, picking up the ball, fires it into the far post. What a lovely strike that was, and a great equalizer. Once again in the ascendancy, Marino out on the wings, both center mids out on the wings. That's not where I want to see them. Now they're pushing back inside as the ball is being switched from the right to the left. Azpilicueta to Iñaki Williams. Herrera, oh, that's a great one-touch passing to Shabby, and Shabby puts it into the back of the net for his first goal of the season. We got a 2-1 lead now, and let's keep this rolling, boys. That was some great passing, finding the open man. Not quite one touch, but there was some great layoff from Ander Herrera to Shabby. One touch between the two of them into the back of the net. However, we got 4 minutes left to go. Oh my lord! Junior Moraes from about 25 yards out with a thunder bastard. Kepa wasn't even there to save it. And I need to see this on the replay. What an equalizer from Dynamo Kiev. Yarmolenko lays off to Moraes. That's a 25-yard strike. And he lasers it ahead of Kepa's hand into the top corner. Wow. I'm not happy with performance out there, let's say that. Giving up 2 goals. Yes, it's away from home, but I feel we're the better team here, and we should not have given up that 25, 28-yard strike from Moraes. We should have had somebody in front of him to get that block in. Maybe also Kepa should have done a little bit better on that save. I don't know, but players I need to watch out for now are Laporte, who's on a 6-5. Shabby's on a yellow card, and Kepa just picked up an injury. Potential neck injury. And I don't put a goalkeeper on my bench. You all know this. I never put a goalkeeper on my bench because the keeper rarely gets injured. This is like the second time the keeper has gotten injured in this series. So I'm going to get rid of San Jose because he's looking nervous, and Shabby's going to come out for Iker Muniain, and Williams and Muniain are going to swap spots for this last 19 minutes. Can we somehow find a way to break through and come away with a winner here? We've had more shots on target, more possession, but with 9 minutes to go, it's just all been a standoff between us and Dynamo Kiev. No one is really breaking through in this second half. And this second half has been flying by as there's 30 seconds left to go after 3 minutes of stoppage time. We need to close these guys down. We cannot let Dynamo Kiev get one final click through. And, oh, it's not cleared away. Lekwe to Shevchenko to Seri. Slips it through. Azpilicueta with a clearance away. 5 seconds on the clock. And it is going to end up a 2-all draw. What a very, very interesting opening match in this group stage. Should have come away with a win. I feel we should have come away with a win. But if it wasn't for that, 25, 28-yard strike from Moraes. In fact, let's see that again. That was just insane. I mean, it's a great pass from Yarmolenko. He actually has 2 guys within his vicinity and was still able to strike at top bins. What a goal. Still sucks for me because I would have wanted to come away with a win. And the one thing I didn't notice in here is nothing popped up about Kepa's strained neck, so it must have been very superficial, which is good. Don't really want to have anybody injured this early on in the season, even though I already had a couple injuries. So, doesn't matter. Let's focus our attention back onto the league and see if we can get 4 wins out of 4, this time versus Rayo Vallecano. Alright, welcome back, and now it's time for the second match of this episode, taking on Rayo Vallecano. We're currently sitting in 10th place, actually 11th place, after 3 matches. So they're not doing too bad to start, but this is a team that really doesn't do too well in real life. So we gotta look to try and take our philosophy of jumping all over teams early and porting it over here. So that being said, we're staying with our 4-2-3-1 formation. Few changes here and there to bring some of the players back that were injured or that had some rest for this Dynamo Kiev match, and putting them back into the lineup. So Inigo Martinez is coming in along with Echenez because Aymeric Laporte had food poisoning. Linton Jr. is coming in for Ander Herrera because of fitness issues. Muniain back off of his injury out on the left side, moving Williams over to the right. And that's pretty much it. Everyone else remains the same from the last match, so let's go out there, do the business, make 4 wins out of 4. So let's go kick off and see what happens. And this is a team that I feel I need to constantly give motivation. And we all know motivation is such an aggravation, because every time I want to up these guys, big these guys, they sometimes fall flat on their face. Hopefully not today, especially against a team like Rio. And it could be that the battle of the 4-2-3 ones could also be a bit of a problem, as we can see right here, 12 minutes on, Rio coming forward, but it's a great clearance away, but we need to pick that ball up. We can't let Rio come back in front of our net and start to continue taking shots. Oh, what a horrible pass from Rio, and we can hit him on the break. Muniain lays it off to Villalibre to Williams, who's cutting inside, takes a shot, needs to do better on the finish. We've not had a lot of the ball, only 42% possession. Maybe it's because of the attacking style we have. We don't need to hold on to the ball. That's a great outlet pass from Azpilicueta to Villalibre. Let's take a look at that again, as it was a great pass, great setup to set that goal for Villalibre up. I know I just repeated myself, but I don't care. We're winning. A great visionary ball from Linton Jr. to find the runner Azpilicueta out on the wings. Slips it through, threads the needle to Villalibre. It does tap the goalkeeper's foot, but it goes in the back of the net all the same, and it's 1-0 to the club. Needs to do a lot better with holding onto that ball. Azpilicueta, great tackle, and maybe we can hit them on an attack once again. Don't prove me wrong, boys. Villalibre to Williams. It takes a deflection off a defender, and it's 2-0 to the club, just like that. Iñaki Williams, third goal of the season. Let's take a look at that on replay. Once again, it was another great setup, another great set of passes. I was trying to think of the word. A great sequence of passes to get it through to Williams. Yes, it takes a deflection off the defender, but once again, doesn't matter. Goes into the back of the net all the same. We are just continuing to go all over Rio right now. Leque to Villalibre. It's just as simple as that. The simple Leque to Villalibre combination that's been working for the last 4 seasons gets another one here. 3-0 to the club, not even halftime. In fact, I might start making wholesale changes at halftime. Start playing players that I don't normally play. Luis Martos, Eder Vasquez, get them some game time. It all comes down to how well my defense actually holds up, playing defense. Because right now they just let them go through. They parted like the Red Sea. A bunch of red and white jerseys parting like the Red Sea is not good for my confidence and not good for the team's confidence. Let's be honest here as we clear that ball out, clear the danger, boys. So we come up to halftime, and everyone's looking pretty fine. Everyone's looking pretty dandy, but I am going to make that one change. Like I said, Muniain is going to be subbed out for Eder Vasquez because Eder Vasquez has not played a single match so far this season. So we're going to change that, give him his first outing. Hopefully he does well in these next 45 minutes and build up his match fitness. And hopefully this doesn't turn into a sequence of when giving first-team football to the youth goes bad. And, well, actually, so far it's doing pretty well. Oh, out to Leque, and could it be another sequence? Leque to Villalibre. No, it falls to Vasquez. It goes over everybody's heads, and it falls to the winger who just got subbed on and gets his first goal for the season. 3 minutes into the half, it's now 4-0 to the club. Yeah, this game is pretty much all done and dusted, but it goes over everybody. Look at that. It could have been a foul in the box. It could have been a penalty, but the referee swallows his whistle. It falls to Vasquez, and he pots it into the back of the net. Simple as that. And with 21 minutes to go, Villalibre is going to be coming off for Luis Martos, and I'm going to be switching his role because he's more of an advanced forward instead of a poacher. Don't know how well that's going to fit within the 4-2-3-1 system that I got, but once again, like Eder Vasquez, Martos hasn't played at all this season, so let's give him some first-team football. 3 minutes left to go in this half. One final attack, maybe. Luis Martos, who I just subbed on 6 minutes ago, gets his first proper goal for the club in the league because he's played in the Cups before and has gotten goals in the Cups, but this is his first proper goal in an athletic club first-team shirt. Take a bow, son. Congratulations. Like Villalibre's goal, actually. It was a deflection off of the defenders. I don't know what's with the players' sight lines with their targets today, but it's just been hitting gray shirt after gray shirt. But, like I said before, it all goes into the back of the net all the same, counts as a goal, and it ends up 5-0 to Athletic Club on this day. An absolute stonking good day. I'm very pleased with the result and everybody's performance. A well-rounded game throughout. So what does that mean for next episode? Well, we're not going to be playing Salzburg because that's not the big draw. The big draw is Tottenham Hotspur, of course, because we've been facing off against them the last couple of seasons, developing a little bit of a rivalry potentially between them. So we're going to be taking them on in the Champions League and then Sporting Gijón before that. Right, so that's going to do it for this episode, and I'd like to thank you very much for watching it. If you enjoyed it, please go and drop it a like, as well as share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. If you also want to leave a comment on the episode or the series as a whole, please do in the comment box below. I appreciate every single comment that you guys put down. But anyway, guys, this is Gendo. You've been awesome, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.